Hello everybody, this is a crypto update and things are developing quite interestingly here in the Bitcoin chart. Well, new chapters of the book have opened up and that goes quite quickly with the crypto chart, much faster than with any other chart you might look at. So let's have a quick look here what actually happened, right? So here on the daily chart we had this huge sell-off here back in the 19th of May. And then, well, price basically went sideways, right, with a couple of sell-offs here, and it got bought up. So that's another rejection bar. Then here another sell-off. Well, that established a double bottom, and that's when I talked about the last time with my last update. So the bulls stepped in here, confident bulls, and they have driven price actually to test this prior high, and we have broken this high. And what actually this is a sell signal that's coming from an S1. That's a sell signal, and we have to see how strong the bulls are if they approach this level again. That's a very strong stop run level. If this level, if this double bottom gets broken to the downside, then we'll see Bitcoin fall really hard. So what we see here, this pullback, this went basically, well, this has broken the 21. This is a test of 21, and it could not break the resistance of the 200. 200 has been resistance before here with these two bars, right? And well, here it was support, it bounced off, and then it tested from below, and that's another bounce from below. So the 200 is strong resistance. Or support on the overall way down, and whenever the 200 goes horizontally, well, it really becomes a strong area of support on the overall way down. And we can already see here on the weekly, well, that looks quite scary, right? Like the moving averages have already turned around, and there's basically a free fall territory into this target area. So Bitcoin can actually fall, like it can halven in price from here. Well, what needs to happen, and I'm quite happy that the price made such an important high here. So whenever price is able, the bulls are able to bring, to break this high. Well, that's basically an early entry signal long. If that doesn't happen, well, then the lower side of the range, this important area might be broken, and then we might see, okay, then it might fall quite quickly into this area, and we might see like 1, 2, or 3 bars of that size falling into the target area. Now there's a line sitting here, right, that offers support, and this line was drawn before. So let's see where this line comes from. It's quite interesting how price reacts towards this line. Well, this comes from this one here on the bottom left. That's an S1 pattern from 2 time frames lower. Actually, that's from the 4-hour chart, and if you plot an extension line here, well, that's actually what you see here, and it offers support on the overall way down. That's a very important level because it comes from a prior S1. Now if this gets broken, well, then we will see a fall into lower territory. So let's see if we can spot that S1 here. That's it. This is the S1, and if you extend the line, well, it gets where it has shown. So interesting here. Well, I'm not looking, I don't pay a lot of attention to diagonal lines, but in this case it's pretty amazing how well it is respected. I mean, I've drawn these lines like back here, beginning of June, and we can see, and I didn't move the line because it nicely clusters with these touches here, but we can see how that how price really reacted towards this line, right? So it has broken, then it supports, so it's playing around with this line, and now it's coming back to test this line from above, right? Quite amazing. So we've got the bar close here and a wick test below. So now again we're approaching that line. So price is basically playing with this line from above. So that offers some resistance on the overall way down, and we might see what's going to happen when the bulls are stepping in and how strong they are. I think as price has developed since this sell signal, we might actually see it's still holding here at the support area. It's as well holding here at the 8 moving average on the monthly, but I think we might actually see some surprise going on during the next couple of days. or 1 to 2 weeks. So price is still stuck in this range, right? That's a consolidation, and that's basically a trend following consolidation. This is the momentum move. So this one here, and we can expect another momentum move going lower. So let's have a look here at this. So that's a daily chart, a little bit different view. That was the sell signal here. So we've got the bulls stepping in at all these occasions, right? And we have to see when the bulls are stepping in if the next test comes. If this line breaks, well, then we might see that the bulls are coming in much lower, right? And nicely as well here, there have been other patterns, long and short patterns before, how price actually reacts towards these prior lines, right? It's quite amazing how things actually follow along. So this is it. The whole crypto market depends basically now on what Bitcoin is doing. Like the others are looking pretty weak. So this is Ethereum. Well, if Bitcoin breaks, well, we'll see Ethereum break down as well, maybe towards the 200. You can see it's still overextended on the monthly, so it still looks strong. But as I said, everything depends on Bitcoin. It will drag everything down. Same here, Litecoin. Litecoin is showing weakness. It has not been able to break the all-time high. And let's have just a look at some of those altcoins. So IOTA, well, this was an S1 pattern before that has happened, and it's just running its course, right? So now the next stop run level is this one. We might see IOTA as well as all other altcoins. They will fall hard if Bitcoin falls. So for example, this went from 2.2. We're already at below 1. So this has halved by 50%. Well, this can fall can see another hard fall down to 0.3 level. Well, that would be basically from 2.5 to 0.3. So these are great buying opportunities, right? For in the altcoin sector. So what we might actually see if this falls hard, that Bitcoin is the first one to recover. If the damage is too big in the altcoin sector, well, we might not see them floating up for quite a while, because they do well when Bitcoin is in a very strong trend, and Bitcoin might actually be the first one after it drops, might be the first one to rebound and make a new high. So we are in a consolidation mode. I think it has not been completed. We have two very clear levels, precise levels. This one, if this breaks, we should see some momentum, some action going up on the downside. If this high gets broken, well, then we might see a next run towards this level, the 50,000, and the really long signal basically is when the 50,000 gets broken. But I'm taking early long positions whenever this breaks. So we've got two very clear lines, very precise. For the moment, I don't do nothing basically.